Hey everybody, welcome back to Gun Deals. Today on the table we have another very cool firearm. This is the Staccato C2. Let's get this one started. Alright everybody, as I said, this is the Staccato C2. This is a 2011 chambered in 9mm and it is a double stack. This is an absolutely gorgeous gun. Alright, so let's start all the way at the bottom. We'll start with the mags. It comes with three 16-round metal mags by Staccato. They're nice mags. It's nice to come with three because they're kind of expensive. They're around about 60 bucks, but they do come with three mags, which is nice. Now moving to the grip and the grip texture, I really like this. I love the 1911, 2011 angles of the grips. They're very comfortable in hand. The grip texturing is very nice. It's all the way around the pistol. So on the front and the sides. You do have the Staccato logo on there, which was formerly STI. Kind of glad they changed the name to Staccato. So anyway, so they do have their logo right there. These grips are polymer. You can change them out. There is other options out there. If you do change it out, you will actually end up changing the trigger guard also because it's all one piece, but you can find other grips to change this out with. So we do have a grip safety, and then we do have a trigger undercut right here, and you can see on the grip here it's also been cut out and it's smooth right here. It doesn't have the texture and it's smooth right here. I can get an extremely comfortable grip on this gun, and obviously you do have the beaver tail part right here, but I can get a very nice purchase on the gun. It's very comfortable in the hand. Now we do have a mag release on this side, and it is ambidextrous. You can switch it to the other side if you're a left-handed shooter, which is nice. Obviously I am not, so we will obviously keep it there, but it's nice you can switch that if you want. Now let's go to the trigger here. We have a skeletonized trigger, and the trigger is actually polymer. The trigger is actually polymer, and it is skeletonized, as you can see. The trigger is super nice. 4-pound pull, very little to no take up, just a little bit right there. And very nice break. And let's check out the reset, just a tiny bit of let out. And a very positive and tactile. You can really get up and move fast with these triggers. They are very nice, but they're light enough to still, that I would still be very comfortable carrying the trigger. It's not too light for me. So the trigger is excellent on these guns. They are adjustable. There is a screw in there. They tell you that it has actually been set from the factory, so there is no need to change them. And I agree with that. They do feel absolutely excellent. Now moving up, we do have an Ambi safety. So there's a safety right here. Let me cock this gun. So we have the safety right here and on this side, and it's very positive, very tactile, very easy to manipulate with my thumb on this side. A very nice safety indeed. On this side, you do have your slide lock, slide release right here, which is also your takedown lever with this button on the other side, and we'll show you how to take this down in just a little bit here. Now moving along to the front here, obviously I do have a Surefire light on here. You do have one Picatinny slot at the front of this gun, so you can attach obviously a light like I have done here, and I've gone with the Surefire light. Now moving back, we do have a skeletonized hammer right here, and it does have some texturing all the way around the back like so. Okay, and then you'll see right here we have the American flag. These guns are actually proudly made in Texas, and it does have the 2011 logo right here on this side of the frame. So it does have a little bit of branding, but it's very modest, hard to see. I do like that. I love the American flag, and I love the little engraving on this side. Very nicely done with their branding. Okay, now moving up to the slide, we do have obviously some serrations on the front and back. They're very aggressive. You can get a really nice grip on there, especially, you know, I have an RMR on here. Obviously, yes, I can bang the RMR. I can still grip it right here, but sometimes, you know, it's just kind of nice to be able to go to the front here and press check, you know, pinch check, however you want to call it, and make sure that the gun is unloaded. And the slide is very smooth. It's not as smooth as the Staccato P, but it does feel very smooth indeed. Now, I did say this is the optics ready version, so typically this will come with a plate on there, and the plate is attached to the rear sight. So when you take that out, the rear sight comes with it. Now this sight is from Dawson Precision. It's about $160. You can buy that for RMRs or Hollow Suns. You know, they have a variety of them. But the nice thing is they do include the rear sight back on here. on that plate. So when you put that back on, you do have a rear sight again, and I can actually co-witness with my fiber optic sight on the front there. You probably can't see that, but we'll see if you can maybe see the color. There's green, there's a couple different colors in the packet. You can switch that out to. And if you look here, you can probably see that the sight here, it just sits above the RMR. So if that RMR goes down, I can use my backup sights, my iron sights. So I really like that feature also. So Staccato recommends that obviously these guns like to be run wet. So they don't, they do need a little bit more care than say like a Glock or something like that. Really simple. When the packaging comes says, they want a little bit of oil up here, and then you can put a little bit of oil on the slide rails inside right here, and then a little bit on right here. And so just do that occasionally. Make sure the gun's a little lubed. As I say, it doesn't like, it's going to take just a little bit more maintenance than your standard Glock 19, but not a ton more. All right, so to open this up, on this side, there's 2 notches. There's one here, which is a slide lock, slide release, and there's another small one, and that is actually how you take the gun down. You pull the slide back to the lever right here's a little notch, and we'll push that through. So pull back, get that notch lined up, push the pin through, like so, and it comes out. Very easy to do. Let the slide go forward and pull that slide off. Okay, so this has actually happened before when I've gone to take off my slide and I have my light on. The guide rod's pop down and gets stuck on my light. There's a little groove, and I actually have to end up taking off my light to get that undone. So we'll just undo that real fast. All right, so the light's off. And then, so pull the slide all the way off. We'll go over the frame first. So obviously this is the frame. The fit and finish is absolutely exquisite, beautifully done, very, very nice. And then we'll take out, this is your guide rod and spring setup. And then we have a 3.9 inch bull barrel. You can see there, it's pretty thick on the end there, and you can see how it thickens a little bit at the end here. Like so. So that is your bull barrel. On the slide, again, in the inside, the fit and finish looks superb. Very, very nicely done. And so yeah. All right, and just go back in reverse and put it back together. All right, so let's give you a little bit of a size comparison here. Let's go with the Glock 19. So we have the Glock 19. We do have a light on here also. Now, lengthwise, the Staccato C, well, if you go with the beaver tail, the Staccato C is just a little taller. If you go like frame to like the back here with not including the beaver tail, I'd say the Staccato is a little shorter. But if you include that beaver tail, it's definitely not. Now, when you line them up at the back though, you can see the Staccato C2 is a little longer on the back end here. And I would say it's probably maybe a little thinner on, it's definitely a little thinner up on the slide. So overall, it's a really good size. I would feel comfortable concealed carrying this, probably for me in the wintertime when wearing a hoodie or something like that. Shooting these guns, they're just phenomenal, incredibly accurate, low recoil, just super, super nice guns to shoot with an awesome trigger as well. Highly recommend these guns. Now, so in saying all the positives to these guns, and I do have very little negatives, except I do have one. It's not really a negative, but there's one thing to be aware of. So if you're locked back, I cannot get my thumb to reach the mag release. Now, I don't have particularly long thumbs, but you'd have to have some pretty dang long thumbs to be able to hit that. So it's going to be a training issue. You're going to have to bring your second hand up to grip and then release it with that thumb. Or once you put your mag in, just slingshot it if you like to do it that way. I wouldn't say it's so much a negative, just as a training thing that I would, if you're not used to these type of guns, that you would have to do. Now, again, with all these positives, let's talk about the price. To get the best price on this firearm, scroll down to the description, select the UPC code there, and then enter it into Google and search. And then look for the gun deals link, which is at the top here. Click on that. That will take you to our website. Simply scroll down and you will see where it is in stock and the price. Select whatever one you would like. All right, folks, so yes, they're not cheap guns, but for me, are they worth it? Yeah, absolutely. I feel like you really get your money's worth out of these guns. Very, very nice indeed. If you have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. We are always happy to help out wherever we can. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it really helps the channel out, and we do greatly appreciate it. And that's it, folks. Until next time, I'll catch you later.